So now that we're on the Egghead, the island of the future, I was thinking about possible interactions and outcomes between the Straw Hats and the galaxy-brained Egghead himself, herself, I guess, Vegapunk. Anyways, I thought back to Frankie's time on Karakuri Island and how he upgraded himself, and then I started thinking about other upgrades Vegapunk could give the crew. And so now here we are with me presenting them to you. Again, this is just a little bit of predicting, so don't take it as canon. It just came to me in a daydream. Anyway, Luffy, let's start at the top with the captain himself. Now, in terms of upgrades, Luffy just got a massive one in Gear 5, but I think Vegapunk has a strong understanding of devil fruits and anatomy. That being said, Chopper is currently with Luffy, and Chopper is the creator of the Rumble Balls, which are meant to help change his own abilities similar to Luffy's gear. So I started thinking, Vegapunk, like Caesar, could not only improve Chopper's Rumble Balls, but create something for Luffy. Maybe help him change gears easier and cut down significantly on the toll to his body afterwards. I mean, even with his mastery of the gears on Wano, he still needed time to recover in the middle of Roof Piece, and he had to regain control of Gear 5. So I think him being able to fight for longer without much penalty would be the perfect tool or upgrade in his arsenal. Now, the idea of a Rumble Ball with Luffy sounds a bit weird, but maybe it could be something that he uses at the end of an arc when he needs just one final push, similar to the Senzu Bean, but I guess it's a Senzu Ball, all right? Also, if you're here for the first time, it'd be amazing if you'd subscribe for more content like this. This lets me know that you enjoy the content and I can get more content like this out to you guys. So hit that sub button if you're enjoying and drop a like if you already have. Now let's move on to the right hand of the captain, Zoro. This one stumped me for a little bit because I had to really think about something Zoro struggles with. Other than direction, I really couldn't think of anything. So what if Vegapunk makes a compass for Zoro? No, seriously, what if Vegapunk knows something about how to make a black blade? Just some insight, not everything, right? But he's the world's greatest mind. I mean, I highly doubt Vegapunk knows anything about swordsmanship per se, but considering his bank of knowledge, who knows? There's also the possibility of a laser sword for Zoro. We know the Pacifista beam is an adaptation of Kizaru's beam, so it's not necessarily out of the realm of possibility. I know all these sound a little bit off the cuff, but I feel like that's also because the monster trio for me feels incredibly close to their peak. Sanji, one of the wings of the Pirate King, people say. I can't help but think that the raid suit and how Sanji has grown past it, but I feel like the raid suit was the perfect power-up. So I think personally Vegapunk improving it, making it more durable, or adding a way for Sanji to use his Diablo Djembe would be the perfect touch. We can only hope that if these things do come to pass, Oda does not give in to Sanji's gag and give him x-ray glasses or something crazy or down bad like that. I mean, who are we kidding? He probably will get something like that. But either way, this is the perfect time for Vegapunk to upgrade Sanji, but not only his raid suit and his possible body, but also provide more knowledge about who he is. I am 100% convinced that Lunarian DNA was used when Judge was trying to manipulate the lineage factor of the boys in his wife Sora's tummy. And there's a theory of Vegapunk using Sora as basically the baseline for Vegapunk 02, conversation for another day. However, Sanji has been meeting his dad's co-workers the past couple arcs, right? This is going to be a major one for Sanji, in my opinion. Jinbei, for the helmsman, I had a really wild idea that I feel like is totally within Oda's wheelhouse. I think for Jinbei, aside from upgrading the ship, a really cool thing Vegapunk could give him is like an infinite water jar or something. Maybe pulls water from the air and refills. That way, even on land, he has some water to use in his fishman karate. Doesn't seem like much, but I feel like it would be the perfect power-up for him. It would at least help tone down the argument of Jinbei on land versus Jinbei in the water. I know, Vegapunk teaching a fishman how to create water out of thin air feels a bit weird considering that's the base of fishman karate. Just something cool. Chopper. Before I get to Chopper, just want to let you guys know, if you have better ideas, list them below. This is an open forum. Whatever you guys think, I'm willing to discuss, and we will do Q&A later in the week, so drop them all below. But Chopper, I think aside from further improving the Rumble Balls, which I mentioned before, which could potentially give him 1 or 2 more points, I think teaching him more advanced medicine techniques and giving him upgraded equipment would significantly help him in his dream as a doctor. Remember guys, not every upgrade needs to be a power-up necessarily. It's just about how they can better help the crew. And seeing him come into clutch in both Punk Hazard and Wano, I think giving him that support boost would really help him out in the story. Something to keep in mind. The person that saved the kids in Punk Hazard was not Chopper, who was aiming to basically figure out every single disease and cure every disease in the world. It was Law. What if Chopper gets some tools in which he can do some microscopic, microbiologic, it's not a word, but you understand what I'm saying. Vegapunk gives him the tools to be able to do things Law can do, but of course Law has that amazing devil fruit. This is how Chopper can basically become more than a doctor, but also step into surgical territory. backstory. Nami. So for Nami, there's a few ways to go about this. Giving her something to add to her Climattact or reinforcing it can make it a lot stronger, especially now that she has Zeus. That being said though, I think another strong upgrade for Nami would be a more advanced log pose. Maybe something that shows the name of the island and grabs the direction easier. Especially in the new world, it would significantly help her navigation skills. The climate and something having to do with the weather seems on brand as well. Vegapunk did come up with the geothermal technology to basically change the weather of an island. Egghead is a tropical island. Every island around there seems to be a winter island. He did something. He mastered that technology. He has some information and skills that Nami could basically learn from. I think this is crazy and exciting as hell. For Usopp, I think there are a couple things. Advanced goggles, right? An improved slingshot, a new improved Sogeking mask. But I think more than anything, giving him new improved ammo would be perfect. We've already seen him show insane observation haki on Dressrosa, and I don't know how much he can change on a slingshot. I doubt he'd ever take a gun, but it seems like he's always finding new and improved stars, so some futuristic ammo would be on the nose for Usopp, right? Get it? Anyway, Robin. So for Robin, I had to think pretty hard about this one, and given her history, I thought about Ohara and what better book than an iPad. No joke, I think giving her a way to collect and archive information, some sort of tablet or iPad, would be really useful for her in terms of archaeology and information collection. Think about it, okay? One of the smartest women in the world, with all of the information she has gathered at her fingertips with the press of a button. That and her fight with Black Maria already let us know that she doesn't need any help in a fight, okay? So this would be a major upgrade. We're 500 years into the future, so I don't think it's all that crazy. Brook. Okay, so for Brook, there are a few possibilities. Garage Band being one of them. I thought maybe about a multiple instrument device, sticking with the idea of helping the Straw Hats with their dreams. But I also think for Brook personally, maybe a sword that makes flames could be cool. Maybe I've been watching too much House of the Dragon, but he already has the icy attacks, so giving him ice and fire seems really fitting. It's a song of ice and fire. The only other thing I could think of is maybe portable speakers that rock out harder, but I feel like the Soul King probably doesn't need speakers to be heard. I can't lie. Brook is a bit of a tough one to nail down. Last but not least, Frankie. I mean, after all, I believe it is his arc, and for Frankie, there are a ton of possibilities. From a physical upgrade to a new energy source besides cola, or even a way to maximize the cola and make it last longer or use less. There are also upgrades to the Sunny itself. But the thing I'm hoping for the most is definitely an upgrade to General Frankie. When we saw the giant robot Vegapunk and how it was being piloted, I know I'm not the only person who immediately thought of the General Frankie, right? So I think upgrading it would be satisfying, and not only to Frankie, but the rest of the Straw Hats and the fans as well. Listen, this is an opportunity for Frankie not only to level up eons, but also gain more information. And if I'm Vegapunk, I'm gonna want Frankie. It would not be crazy if Vegapunk comes to Frankie and say, hey, join my crew, bastard. I don't think he does it, obviously, but this is a major opportunity for Frankie to get to a level that I foresee, because in my opinion, he's probably the most underrated Straw Hat. People say it's Brook, but I think Brook gets his just due. Frankie, people forget how much of a powerhouse he was in Enies Lobby, and even in his fight against Sasaki. General Frankie did get messed up. Frankie was fine. He could go another round against another Sasaki. Probably. Either way, that's it for the video. Leave a like if you liked it, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Did I miss anything? Do you have a better idea for an upgrade? Let me know your thoughts. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that bell. And thank you guys so much for your thoughts. Follow me on Twitter at BroggoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BroggoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys all so much. Thank you to my members. I appreciate you guys oh so much. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Okay, I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite